Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to a quick update on my dividend portfolio. I've decided today what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell out of my best performing position and take that money and move it into another one in hopes of a swing trade. So let's just jump straight into it, I guess. Looking in the portfolio here, I already have it sorted to have the biggest percent gain at the top. And we can see here Loblaw is at the top. I'm up 54% on them, which I think is ridiculous. I don't actually have a huge amount. I bought 10 shares, and so my current value is around $1,000, and I'm up about 350. So I put in like around $700 or something into this position, and basically I just want to lock in this gain because when we look at their spark line here, it's just absolutely out of control. It is just shooting straight up, and I don't know if this is totally sustainable. I'm not really sure what they've done so well in the past like 2 months to believe that their stock price is going to stay up here and then continue growing without pulling back at all. Overall, it's a really great growth stock, but I'm just not sure that this is like the new baseline for them. And before it pulls back and I lose some of these gains, I think I'm going to lock in at the point that I'm at. Now, I've been thinking that actually for a little while recently with them, and I think when they were up here, I was thinking, man, this is getting ridiculous. Maybe even here that it's getting ridiculous, I should sell out. And then it just kept going and going and going, and it could very well keep going. But I think at the moment I just want to sell out anyways and just reallocate this money to a company that I think will be will have a slightly higher potential for stock price increase in the near future. And that is going to be down here at the bottom, which is ACON. So I'm actually in the red a little bit with them, but I just entered this position recently. And we look here at their spark line. Let's see if we can find it. Here we go. They are a little bit beat up at the moment. They've really dropped off, and we get a look here at their max chart. We can see that basically they are growing steadily over the years, but they swing a lot. They swing up, they swing down, they swing up, they swing down. I think this was 2008, huge crash for them there. This is COVID, and then just like randomly all over the place, they're just dropping off, and they've dropped off again right now to a point where I'm comfortable buying in more. And hopefully what I'm going to do, this will be a relatively short-term hold, that I will buy basically reallocate all my money from Loblaw into here, and when they jump back up again, even if it's like 10% or something, then I'm going to consider selling out. If they don't jump back immediately, they do have a very strong dividend yield anyways, so that's a pretty safe bet for me anyways. The stock price over time is increasing, but I'm looking for a swing trade here. So we can even look at them in Yahoo Finance, for example. Here we're looking at Loblaw. If we just look at the max chart, we're going to see exactly the same thing, just like blowing up and going straight to the moon right now. And when we look here, and there's a lot of information in here that we can look at. For example, the 1 year estimate, whoever these analysts are, they're projecting like a less than 10% gain, which is, again, I'm kind of hoping to get a little bit more than that. I don't see how this is going to increase another 10% in the next year. Otherwise, just everything looks great for them, to be honest. Annual, quarterly, everything is doing pretty well. They're often beating all of these targets, etc., and everything is looking pretty nice. And then with ACON as well, everything's looking pretty nice as well. We're seeing here a target of a 22.62. It's a bigger percentage again, but like I don't even know who these people are. But anyways, it's always nice to look at that and get hopeful that that might be somewhat accurate. When we jump to the max chart here, we see again same thing that's been going on lately. But also everything's pretty nice here. Both companies are experiencing growing revenue, growing earnings quarterly and annually over the last 4 years. And anyways, I think I've rambled enough about it, but this is basically the move that I want to make today. And we're going to see how this goes. I'll probably track this a little bit over the coming weeks and months and see if this was a good choice. And hopefully it is, and Loblaw doesn't just keep going all the way to like Saturn or something like that. So yeah, let's jump into Wealthsimple Trade. And let's see if we can find Loblaw here in the list. It's just the letter L. Here we go. So up 54%. That's so awesome. Yeah, I think pretty much the only thing to do here is just sell all 10 shares, double check that everything still looks correct. Man, who knows? We'll see if this is a good decision. Time will only tell. But basically, we want to sell in the tax-free savings account. We have 10 available shares, and we want to sell all 10. It's going to be $1,035 approximately. So let's go and lock that in. We're not going to show that again. And we're going to confirm the sale of Loblaw's in the tax-free savings account. Okay. Goodbye. Thank you very much. Okay, we've got money available now. So we're going to move into ARE, which is ACON. And we're just going to drop in basically everything. I think there was like $30 cash in my account, but yeah, I'm gonna jump in on this. Hopefully dip and not just like end of company decline. But I'm not even sure how many shares this is gonna be. Like probably 80. No, a little bit less than that. 70. A little bit less, maybe 60, somewhere in here. You cannot go within 5% without doing a limit buy, so I think we'll try 61 because I'm not sure if I'll get that. Let's try 61 shares, I guess. 62? Let's see if we can do that. Let's go and buy these guys. Yeah, exactly. Switch to a limit buy. So maybe we can get away with 61 shares. Nope. How about 60? That's got to be right. That'll be within 5%, I think. So we'll go buy. To double check that this is in the tax-free savings account, and we're looking for 60, about $1,000, and we're going to hit confirm on that order, and there we go. All right, so what I want to do now is I want to transfer this into the Google Sheet, and we're going to need to take a look here for the market sell and the market buy. And I just want to copy down this information because I'm going to be transferring it directly into the Google Sheet in just 1 second. So what we're going to do here, when I'm making a sell, when I'm logging a sale of any stock that's in the portfolio, we need to pay attention to this line here, the average price at time of sale, and this is super critical if you're using the sheet anytime you're selling to log this. So we need to find out what the average price is at the time that I sold, and that is still in the spreadsheet because I haven't updated anything yet. So we can go into the portfolio tab and locate Loblaw, which is going to be at the top, and find the average price. So this is my particular, specific average price. It's 67.18. So I'm going to copy this number and I'm going to paste it in here. And I'm just going to paste by value. And this is actually going to preserve all of the decimal places. I think that's the right way to do it. We're going to see in a second. So anyways, today was December 23rd, 2021. I don't know what this is. December 26th, December 24th. Oh geez, what happened up here? Some of these dates are wrong. I think they were all supposed to be the 21st. That was from a previous video. Alright, and so here we're selling 10 shares at an average price of 103.43. That's a pretty healthy gain, difference in what I'm selling for and the average price that I bought them at. And I didn't pay any fees or transaction stuff, so that's going to be like that. And notice that this total, if you were looking in the Wealthsimple screen, that this adds up exactly to what we had, which is what we want. Now we also have to log the buy of ACON, so TSEARE, December 23rd, 2021. With these guys, I bought 60 shares at a price of $16.75. And again, no trading fees, and this was in Canadian dollars, so we're going to bring that down, and $1,005 on the dot is exactly what I did pay for. So let's jump into the portfolio now and just take a look here and see what's going on. And we're going to notice that Loblaw is now blank. I've sold out of this position. And where do we have ACON? ACON is down here somewhere. ACON, my position is significantly increased, over $2,500. And you can see here also the gain loss. Before I put this in, this was bigger, but because I just bought these at a lower price, it has increased, or it has influenced my average price. Now, if I start filtering this as well for maybe putting the biggest positions at the top, or maybe even this might make more sense. Let's just put them in alphabetical order. We're going to see Loblaw's is in here, just somewhere in the middle. And if you're not into seeing that, if you're using the spreadsheet and you don't like that, some people like to know all of the old positions they used to have, but I want this to be gone because I just don't want to look at it anymore. So the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to sort. In case your filter is off, I'll just show you. So if the filter is off and you're not able to sort, what you want to do is you want to click somewhere inside the table of values. Could be at any cell with a number in it. Come up here, click the filter button. Now we're going to see that we're sorting here. We're grabbing just only the stuff that has numbers. It's pretty intelligent. Now we're going to sort biggest percent by holding. So it's going to push the one that's 0 down to the bottom. Okay. Now what we can do is we can just come in here and we can turn off the filter so it's more easy to see. These blue cells here, just come across and delete. And don't delete anything that's in these cells. This was just left over from, I had overridden the formula there, so I'm just going to override that back so it has the actual true value there. And then now what we're going to do is I like to just keep track of these numbers as well in chronological order. This is total personal preference, but I'm going to turn on the filter again. I'm going to sort this from A to Z, and I'm just going to relabel these 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is going to be like for the positions that are currently in my portfolio, the way that, you know, which ones I added in chronological order. So basically the oldest one in my portfolio that I currently hold right now is TransAlta Renewables. And the most recent one that I've actually added is Aecon, and I like this view as well. It's not necessary. But now, anyways, when we sort, if you wanted to sort again by percent of holding or something like that, there's no blank line in here for Loblaw, as it's actually been removed. And that's the proper way to do it. If you're using the sheet, never delete anything really that's in the white cells, and never actually delete an entire row like this. That's going to throw off a bunch of stuff. You just want to delete the stuff that was in the blue cells and refilter it to the bottom and just get rid of it. Anyways, and then now we can just toggle the filter back on and off. So anyways, let's just take a quick look at the summary tab now, because the dividend that Loblaw was paying was a little bit lower. I forget what it was. I can't remember what the dividend is. It was like 1.5% or 2% or something like that. And with Aecon, it's over 4%. So because I just moved $1,000 from a low dividend company into a higher dividend company, this number has increased naturally, or just because of that action. So at the beginning, we were looking at $2,563. And now we're looking at $2,591, which is an increase of something like $28 per year. And actually, no way, I missed the ex-dividend. I'm not sure if I buy them on the ex-dividend date, if I'll get that. I didn't realize this. I thought it was, anyways, I might miss the upcoming dividend, which would be a shame. But anyways, I'm not really in it for the dividend. The dividend is just kind of backup. I'm more into it for the swing trade potential. And with Loblaw, anyways, I did hit the ex-dividend, so I'll be receiving that dividend payment, which is actually kind of nice because I got the full benefit of the stock price increase, plus I got that last little dividend that they're going to send me. So yeah, in the meantime, my dividend income has increased. I'm feeling good about this, and I think what's going to happen I'm going to watch the price of both of these companies, and if Loblaw pulls back, some amount, or if Aecon increases some amount, or there's like some combination of that, where it's favorable, where I could just like sell off, let's say Aecon goes up 5% and Loblaw goes down 5%. What I might do is I might sell off $1,000 worth of my Aecon shares and then rebuy the Loblaw shares, because I'm kind of going to get like a 10% discount sort of in that situation on the shares, on the shares that I already would have had in the account. And that kind of is where we really fall into this kind of swing trade mentality. So yeah, anyways, hopefully that was a good move, and hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this, and it's just something to consider. It's, trading is super risky, and swing trading is risky, and day trading is risky, but every once in a while I like to do it, especially with these industrial engineering companies. Some of them, I've already done a swing trade successfully with Aecon, and I'd kind of like to do it again. So hopefully this is it. Hopefully I don't just, give away my best performing stock for some worse one, and that could be a shame as well, but time will tell. And anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, probably sometime next week or whenever I get around to buying some new stocks.